off my box. Oh!
Trophy!
Finally!
Oh!
Hello everybody, welcome back. YouTube.com/Geekaloud. Today we are installing Doom Eternal. And just a little tip to start with, if these ads annoy you as much as they do me, you hit options on your controller there and then delete, and the advertising will be gone from your cross-media bar, which I personally think is great. There it goes. Anyway, on with the install. Doom Eternal. Disc is going in as we speak. I'm a big fan of this cover art for what it's worth. It's got a includes battle mode on the back. You probably can't see it on there. But the battle mode font to me looks like a lot like the old Battletoads thing. Anyway, Doom Eternal, here it goes. What have we got? 17 gig off the disc. I'll take it. 24 minutes seems a bit rich. It should be about a minute a gig. I'd be expecting that to drop down significantly. But anyway, the back of the box tells us we should expect a 55 gig install, 16 off the disc. So I guess it will extract itself once it's there. Now, do we have a day one patch? Downloads? No. Neo 2 tried to do an update, but good news for us physical installers. We don't need a patch. There we go, down to 15 minutes. That's what I'd expect. Enjoy, we'll let it roll. Whoa! That was good timing. Oh, now it adds the day one patch. How frustrating. Usually you can get them both going at once. Well, as we're seeing the splash screen, I think we can successfully call this install complete. All right, ID Software, we know who you are. All right. Doom Eternal, here we go. Day one patch. Man, I wish I had dropped this earlier. What do we got? 7.8 gigs. Well, all right then. There is a day one patch at 7.8 gigs. Now, the other thing we can check while that's happening is we had, what was it? 55 gigs, I want to say? Yeah, 55 gigs recommended free space on the back of the box, but it was only a 17 gig install. Let's assume for a moment part or all of it was zipped up. Let's see what the allocated space on the hard drive is. Now, obviously, we can't say whether the allocated space has been filled or not, but we'll find out. Applications. Doom Eternal. There you go. It says 55 on the back of the box, but it's actually 41 gigs. Now, assuming that because the patch has started, it's allocated the space already, it might be a little under that. What did we say? It was a 7 gig or thereabouts. Maybe it was a 35 gig install, approximately. I'm making up wild numbers here. But it was 17 gig off the disk. Say it was zipped at 50%. What's that give you? 32 gig? Yeah, reasonable. Anyway, so we know it worked. We know it installed off the disk, version 1.0. And the patch is, what version is the patch? 1.02. We've got another 17 gigs there. Let's let that roll. The other tip, as always, when you're downloading something, the best thing to do is close all applications. The reason for that being, any game with a multiplayer component, Doom Eternal does have a multiplayer component, there is a setting, and I don't know whether they invoke it or not, but there is a setting in the PlayStation where they can say if it's a multiplayer game, or it should be if you're within a multiplayer game. Like, if you're in the single player campaign, it shouldn't kick it. If you're in the menu, it shouldn't kick it. But if you actually launch into the multiplayer game, it should then tell the PlayStation to prioritize the current multiplayer game and either pause or significantly reduce the network bandwidth allowed for downloads, which is why you hit the options button and you select close application on any open applications that may be sniffing the internet, anything with a multiplayer component. Just safer, close that application and let your download run to ensure you're getting the maximum possible download speed for that patch. We'll let this roll and I'll be back. Oh, we're back. All right, how we doing? 10 seconds here left on the day one patch, version 1.02, rocking in at 7.6 gig. The install was about the same, 17, I should say 10 gig more, 17 and a half, a little over gig. Copying now, this shouldn't take long. We are of course running off an SSD in this PS4 Pro. You can check back on the channel there. We've got the Let's Install video and also the comparison between the time of the standard traditional platter hard drive versus the SSD in there. Two videos worth checking out. Copy installed at 22. No, it's still going. It's happy. Look at it go. All right, well, that happens. Oh, we should probably actually stay there. Well, that happens. Let's have a look at the manual situation. I doubt there is one, but let's find out. We have Fallout 76 advertising material. Sure. They publish it. Why not? We do have a manual. We have a manual. We've got a bunch of warnings as you'd expect, but they've been nice enough to include the button mapping. So that's always good. It's probably about what you'd expect. A little information on customer support contacting and warranty information on the back. Not a whole lot. But still, the button map's always a good one. I appreciate it. Oh, and apparently we have a reversible cover. So you've got the standard cover there, but we have the reversible cover, which looks way better in my opinion. There's none of the advertising on it. Why not? Oh, I was about to put that in the exact same way and shouldn't have. Oh, and my laptop's died, so if you're talking to me in Chatland, I apologise, I can't see it. I'll kick it back off, but it takes way too long to boot up. Alright, we've got this. We've got this. One reversed sleeve, that looks heaps better. Man, I love it when they give me that option. That looks awesome. Should probably put the manual back in it. 82% copying. This is a very slow copy. When this happens, I won't do it on this stream, but when this happens, it's a good idea to turn it off by holding the power button for 10 seconds. You'll hear it double beep, and then when it comes back up, you'll be in the maintenance menu. I want to say it's option 5, I'm pretty sure. It says rebuild database. Now, it doesn't always work, but occasionally when you see a copy taking this long, if you rebuild that database, it speeds the system back up again. Version 1.02 is installed. So that should be fine. Let's quickly check the storage. Let's have a look, see how we're going here. Doom Eternal 4906. Why do I feel like that went up marginally? I feel like after the patch it's gone up, what, maybe 2 gig? 3 gig? Something like this. I'd have to go back to see the two different sizes, but it was like a 7.5 gig download, and it's only increased the install size by about 2 or 3 gig, which means the pre-allocated space had enough room for, you know, what, 70% of the patch fit in the pre-allocated space. God, I've got dodgy math going on today, I apologize. Anyway, it's installed, day one patch, total hard drive space, 49 gig. We're still a whisker under the back of the box recommended 55. Whatever. Anyway, with the 1.02 patch installed, day one patch, I'm sure it'll load. Here we go. Now, I won't show you any cutscene or anything, as this is an adult game, R18 in Australia. I'm not sure what they call it in the other countries, but the adult-only equivalent wherever you are. This is working. There you go. Successful install. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy it. See you on the next one. Like it, subscribe it. You'll never miss it. Thanks, guys.
Trophy!
Oh! Oh!
What was that?
Oh! Yes! Stay off my box. Oh!
Trophy!
Finally! Oh!